last 3 months and everything that's kind of happened, and y'all will very much see a different side of me, a very vulnerable side that not a lot of people get to see, and I'll think a lot of people here in a little bit, and I'm thankful for them, and y'all understand why in a bit. But if you see me fidgeting, it's because it's hard to talk about this, and I know there's people out there going through the same thing, and I just wanted to talk about it because it's kind of put a new perspective on my life, and I'm trying to film this video with the least amount of cuts possible just so that you can see the vulnerability of it and how much it actually has affected me and everything. So my last video I posted, it was April 3rd, and I was so ready to start making content again. I was planning out, you can ask my friends. I was getting ready to make some amazing content that I was just trying to curate and kind of make into my own channel. And then it was taking a while to figure it out. And then April 18th hit. And I remember getting back home to my apartment here. And I remember I got a phone call from my mom, and I just wasn't in the mood to answer it at first. So I didn't answer the first phone call. And then my sister called me, and I knew something was up. And she goes, "You need to call mom back." So I called my mom back. And she basically said, "Me, your sister, are heading to the hospital right now. Your dad, I could hear him starting not to be able to breathe." So I went in to go check on him, and he collapsed on the bed, and he's in the ambulance right now, and we don't know what happened. And at this point, I texted my coworkers, which I'm thankful for them, and that's Taylor, Precious, Nick, Kayler, Gabby, Alex, and even my boss Sam. But I text the coworkers and I said, "Can y'all please say a prayer for my dad? He just got rushed to the hospital." And from there, I'm thankful because Atlantis was here with me, who's my roommate, and she's amazing. I'll get into her later, but she was here with me, and Precious came over and they sat with me, and at that point I was hoping for the best and hoping that, you know, my dad will get through it. And about 15 minutes later, my mom, she called me again, and she said, "Your father's gone, and he had passed away. And from what they could tell, he had something was wrong with his heart, and they can tell that he kind of had a heart attack, and there was too much damage to the heart to where they couldn't save him. They had him stable. And then he was gone. And I'll never forget this moment. Because my mom called, and Atlantis was in the kitchen, and Brushes was sitting with me on the couch, and I was in shock, and I didn't really process what had happened. And then I started crying like I am now. And Precious was there with me and Atlantis. And we're on the couch and they were just hugging me, and I'm so thankful for them being there right then and there. And as the day went on, my best friend Taylor and boyfriend Abram came over, and then Atlantis' boyfriend Christian came over. And everything that friends could do, they did right. And I'm so beyond thankful for them. Like, y'all don't know how thankful I am, but during this kind of time that I've been off, I've been dealing with my dad passing away, and my dad was an amazing man. I was the biggest daddy's girl in the world. You could ask anyone that, and me and him were like this. I would call him about the stupidest things. If I ever did anything stupid, he would be the one I called first. Instead of my mom. And I'll put a photo here, but when I got my newest tattoo, he was the first one out of the family that I told. And my dad, he wasn't big into tattoos. It wasn't his thing. And he was like, I mean, you're 18. If you want one, go ahead. Just know when you get older and your arms are all flabby, like, it's not gonna look as good. But I got this tattoo. And this tattoo says, life is like bluebonnets in the spring. And it's from a song called Bluebonnets, Julia's song by Erin. And my family has always been big into the stereotypical like bluebonnet pictures, and like where I come from, there's a bluebonnet festival, and it means a lot to our family, just bluebonnets in general. And at the time, at that point, I had lost my grandmother, my great aunt, and my Aunt Stephanie. And with all three of them, I have pictures with them in bluebonnets, like in a field of bluebonnets. But the meaning behind the song and behind life is like bluebonnets in the spring is life is compared to bluebonnets. And it's because they're beautiful and they sprout fast and they're gone in an instant, very quick. So it means bluebonnets are in the spring, give life a meaning, since spring is the time for birth and new beginnings, and bluebonnets soon come to an end right after spring ends. So nothing lasts forever, no matter how beautiful it is. Whether it's a relationship with your grandmother or a relationship with your great aunt who got you interested into the college that you're going to and the major you're going into, or your Aunt Stephanie, or mine and my father's beautiful, beautiful relationship that we had. We still have it. I know it for a fact. Like, I know we still have it. And I know he'll always like be here with me, but the fact that he's physically not here, I remember being so angry, so angry when he first passed, because he wasn't gonna be there when I graduated college. He's not gonna be there to walk me down the aisle to do the father-daughter dance. He's not gonna meet his grandkids. And I was so angry that he physically was not gonna be there. And I know, like, he's with me in spirit. I do know that. Like, he's here with me at all times. And for anyone that knows me really well, I am very headstrong about certain things. And sometimes I speak my mind, probably when I shouldn't. And that came from my dad. It came from my dad so much. There was one Christmas, we were going and buying presents for my mom. Actually, 2 Christmases ago. And my dad was driving my car and I was playing music. And I will say, one of the big things is me and my dad love Texas country music, and we're big fans of Kevin Fowler and Erin Watson, both of us. And there's this song by Erin Watson. It's called Diamonds and Daughters. And I had my phone on shuffle, and that song came on. And my dad, he started tearing up. And of course me, I had to point it out and make fun of him and be like, are you really crying? Like, what's going on? And he said, that's gonna be the song for my nearest mother-daughter dance. And memories like that hit me sometimes, and it gets to me, but it also makes me think of all the good times that we had. He was the one that got me started into like rodeo stock, and for y'all that don't know, which I'm sure a lot of y'all don't, is we basically raise bulls for bull ridings and rodeos, and it was my dad's dream to be a stock contractor, and he owned half the bulls and I owned the other half, and I remember me and him just going to the bull ridings on Sundays and him teaching me how to flank a rope around a bull. I remember he would always, when we would go fishing, he would be the one to actually touch the fish because I was too scared to. When I first shot my rifle, I was so scared of the sound that I looked over to him and I go, "Daddy, can you hold my ears so I don't hear it?" And like looking back now, I just enjoy those memories. Whereas at the beginning, I would just start bawling and crying. And I'm finally getting to a point where I'm okay to talk about how I'm feeling about it. And a big part of that is due to Atlantis telling me that it is okay to feel. It's okay for you to do this. Like, it's okay for you to cry. If you want to cry, shoot, I'll let you cry with my shoulder. And on top of that, I'll make you a drink. Like, I'm lucky to have friends like that they would take care of me and they would be there for me. And I just want to say a big special thank you to Atlantis and Taylor, Precious, Christian, Abram for being there for me that day and moving forward on. My co-workers, I'm thankful for y'all. Transitioning back into work, when I was gone, and y'all helped with my meetings and everything. I'm appreciative of it. I'm appreciative of y'all checking in on me. My family. They're so amazing. And it was more of the family getting back together, like bringing it back together from my side, like my mom's side of the family and my dad's side, to my dad's co-workers who, shoot, they let me come into the shop and come and talk to him, and they put a photo up of him, and I'm thankful for them, and to all my friends that reached out. I'm thankful for y'all. Whether it's just thinking of you or just checking to see how I was or if I needed anything, I appreciate that. And to the guy who's in my life right now, I'm very thankful for her, because you've had to deal with me being emotional and very vulnerable, and I know it's not easy, but being patient with me, I appreciate it. And I just want to say too that if your friend is going through something, or even isn't, just check in on your friends to make sure that they're okay. My friends were the biggest help, and it's mainly Atlantis and Taylor that Taylor a few days after my dad passed. She forced me to go to the store with her to get out of the apartment that I had been sitting in for a while. Atlantis, there's been multiple nights to where I would either end with crying, I needed advice, and one of the biggest things that I remember, and she can attest to this too, is when I'm upset and when I'm sick, I still like to do things for myself. And Atlantis, like, I love you to death. But I remember I was like, oh, I'm fixing to eat a sandwich. And she goes, let me make you a sandwich. And I was like, no, I can do it myself. And I think it was probably the day after my dad had passed. And there's been little moments like that with her that it's just made everything easier. With the group of people that I have in my life right now, it has made everything easier to deal with. And I'm not 100% okay. Like, I'm coping well with it. I'm coping very well with it. A lot better than I was. And to people who are going through this, it doesn't get easy, but it does get better. It does. And if you need help, do not, if you need it. I am lucky enough to where with my family, with my friends, I didn't have to ask for help. They are such great people that they automatically were like, what can I do for you? How are you doing? And they still do that to this day. And that's how good people are. But if you need help, for instance, for work, the week after my dad passed, I didn't necessarily want to run my meeting because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to. And so I had to ask for a coworker for help. So all I'm saying is do not be afraid to ask if you're feeling some type of way. Ask if you can just talk with your friend and just ask for help. And with all that, this is a very different side of me that a lot of y'all are seeing. I don't like to be vulnerable at all. I don't like showing emotion. My friends can tell you that. I'll be crying and I'll be saying, I hate this, and I'll start laughing. But it's okay to be like this. It is. Don't let anyone ever tell you it's not okay. But I will say, I am back for sure this time. I'm dressed this way. I have my makeup done because I just filmed a video before this. So I am back. We will be back to regularly scheduled programming basically on this channel. It's just something that I needed to talk about myself because I know some of y'all do know. I know some of y'all probably have no clue. But I ultimately needed to talk about what has happened within these past 3 months, just so that I can kind of move on. And also, if I say something passing in a video about my dad and put past tense, y'all are aware. But I am so thankful for all of y'all for watching this video. If you know someone that is going through this, be there for them. Just be there for them. That's all I ask. And I am thankful to be back. I'm thankful to be here alive. And I'm thankful that I am better than I was about 2.5 months ago. I'm actually a lot better. And I'm thankful for y'all. I am thankful for my life right now. I am thankful for everyone who's in it. I'm just thankful. And you have to live your life like that in order to keep going. But for now, this is the end of the video. So I'm excited to be back. And yeah. Well, until next time, until the next video is uploaded, which will probably be like a week from now. We'll see. I'm still working on the schedule. But I'm back. Erin is back. And from now on, very lighthearted. We'll see what I decide to do. Some makeup tutorials maybe, which this next video will be a makeup tutorial with some new products, and I think just trying some random like DIY kits. I don't know, but if y'all have any suggestions, please tell me, comment or something. But for now, all of y'all have a great rest of y'all's day or night, or whenever you're watching this. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all next time. So bye.